How did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages? One of the technologies we used in the research and planning stage was the BBFC website, which rates all films, trailers, all that sort of stuff from a U rating to 18. So we looked at 18 and we looked at all the requirements we needed to meet so that we didn't have any boundaries on what we were doing. But the teachers said that we had to be of that age, so we turned it down to a 15, but the 15 pretty much had the same, similar sort of things, so it wasn't too much of a difference.
We weren't fully restricted, we still had a bit of freedom.
Yeah. Then we also looked at IMDb, because we looked at a lot of trailers on there, because you can filter your search for like thriller movies between a certain time and stuff like that. So we looked at a lot of trailers on there to get an idea of what we wanted to do. We also looked at YouTube, because YouTube have a lot of like trending movie trailers and stuff like that. So we went on YouTube and looked at a lot of like movie trailers that were just being released, and you can search in teaser trailers and you'll get a big list of it all. Yeah.
It was really useful being able to use Blogger, because it means that we could actually have the YouTube clip that we would be talking about, have it there. We can refer back to it, and we have all the notes that we got, all the ideas that we got from it underneath, and it was quite helpful having to be able to use it like that.
Well, yeah, one of the good technologies that I thought was Photoshop. Yeah, I didn't know much about that, but as I used it, well, all of us.
It's quite a steep learning curve for us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of problems in the beginning, but as we got accustomed to
Some
the
rage
actual...
quits were indeed happening. Anyway, basically we learned all different types of techniques how to use Photoshop, because we used the latest one that came out. Because originally we started it on the old one.
Adobe CS6.
Is that the old one?
No, that's the new one. Sorry.
Yeah. We used the old one, and then we learned how to use that. We started doing our thing. So when we found out there was a new one, the one Callum just said, completely different. We had to relearn it all. We had to do everything all over again.
Yeah.
But in the end, the patience we all had
paid off.
Really, yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, my title, we burnt things, not literally. We did it on the Photoshop, and we made our own. We found out different ways to do things, so all our things are slightly different, like our posters and magazine covers. Callum found out how to do this really cool stuff in the titles.
Yeah, it was all messing with the settings and stuff like that. It was.
We can, one of the tools I had to use was there's a light on mine which is too bright, so if you use Mirror Tool, I think it's called, where you get a bit of the same colour, like so if it's on the window and there's a light in one bit but you don't want it to be like that, you get the dark bit from the window and then you put it onto the light bit, sorts it all out. So that's one of the good technologies I thought we used.
When we were just at the research stage, whenever we wanted to find something specific to do with certificates, so like BBFC and like conventions to do trailers and everything, if you wanted to research that in particular, you type that in, and one of the first things that came up every time was SlideShare, and it was so helpful from the start, because it's students that are
Doing the same stuff as
yeah,
us.
they're doing the same. They found out what we're wanting to know, and they can provide that easier for us, and it's easier for us to take it on board and everything. It's always real simplistic and
It's
easy.
all structured well.
Because
and
it's
all
in the words of students,
yeah.
so they know how we actually think.
Yeah.
Another program that I thought was quite good to use and was good to get to know was the Adobe Premiere Pro. I think that it did take a while initially, but because we had last year as well to get to grips with it, it was quite easy to hit the ground running almost. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, we pretty much knew basics. We kind of got more technical in this.
like we started to use more effects,
Yeah.
Some more transitions.
different types of transitions.
Mess around with the
audio.
lighting as well.
Yeah, we started to look at on the audio tracks of actually like adding transitions and different things to fade in and out, adding EQs onto all the different tracks to get rid of harsh clicking and things like that throughout audio tracks, especially in the narration. Just because of like what we'd use to record it, it was just hard to get rid of the clicks or certain like harsh S's or T's and things like that. But
That was the same
because of
lighting
all
too as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had a
One
lot
of
of
the
problems.
shots, it was too dark, so we had to put a lighting effect on it, which well, lightened it up. Another technology which we have gotten better on is Blogger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
obviously, that's where everything is.
Yeah.
We used it last year quite a lot, obviously. We just continue to use it, continually get better at it. Nowhere near as many problems as we did last year, because I had quite a lot of problems.
I did.
Because now obviously we understand it a bit better because we've had a year of using it and we're still using it. But it's really organised. It's because like you have your research, your planning, evaluation of products. Like you know where everything's going to be. You know where you want it to be. Also to do with Blogger, we found all the resources and research we found from SlideShare, YouTube, Google. It's also really helpful, and IMDb. It's really helpful that we could get links and put it onto blogs, so we could have it all there. So not only would you have to seek it out again or anything like that, it's all there. You know what you thought about it and everything.
It's quick access to any information you found, and
It's just a
there's-
quicker way.
There's the source of what you're actually saying, so it's not like you're just making it up. There's always that source of your information.
You say anything outright on Blogger, it can look quite good. Professional maybe.
It was just a good, well-structured way of organising our research and planning and everything. It was just a good way of putting it down and actually being able to look through it and understand it and see what happened.
Yeah. Another thing we used technologies in was the evaluation stage, because I went on Twitch, which is like a streaming thing where loads of podcasts are held on it,
Yeah.
and I sort of got an idea of how it's structured, like a quiet room, camera, people gathered around on seats, sort of comfy, and you can talk for long periods of time, and we've got the experience from last year,
Yeah.
and it's helped confidence a lot.
Mm.
Another type of technology we used during the filming was lights,
Yeah, we used
boom
floodlights.
mic,
Boom mic. Oh,
Yeah.
camera, you know.
We had a better camera.
Yeah.
We used a good quality camera, and mixing the quality of the camera and with the quality of the audio from the boom mic, it just sort of made it more professional and well structured.
And showed how we've developed from
Yeah.
last year to this year.
Mm.
I was interested in using the camera because last year I used a phone, which is just basic and not very good.
The boom mic was quite helpful, like in particular because if we had a far shot and we wanted specific detail on, like say someone's footsteps, then we could have the boom mic following that and get those minute details that we wanted. It gives a bit more almost like professionalism to it.
Clear
Yeah.
sound.
And then again, going back to the Premiere Pro, with the shot with the footsteps, you could add effects on it to boost the sound of it and add to the bass so it sounds more like foreboding and more like a thud to his step. So you could mess about with the frequencies of the sound and make it to do the desired effect you want.
Another thing, like the lighting, we've had it quite bright, so if it was too bright, we could just turn it down on the
Mm.
editing, which
Yeah.
we couldn't do last year.
Yeah, it just gives you a bit more freedom
Yeah.
with what you've got to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's harder to make something brighter in the dark, but making something darker when it's really light is
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
when you know how to do it.
Basically, what we're saying is our overall understanding of all these
Yeah.
medias and how to use things and how to film it and how to plan it is improved since last year.
Yeah,
It's improved a lot actually.
yeah.
We use so many different markings.
Sorted.